Hey guys, if you'd like to learn how I make this really nutritious, low calorie, but highly flavorful 16 bean and vegetable soup, stay tuned. So to make my bean soup, I just use whatever remnants of beans I have in the house. Because this is the end of the year, I'm just getting rid of everything I have. So this is about a 16 bean soup, and so this consists of navy beans, black beans, the white northern beans. I have 2 different varieties of lima beans. Oh no, I have like 4 different varieties of lima beans, etc. So I'm going to let these continue to boil for about another minute, and then I'm going to turn them off. Okay, so my beans, pardon my nails, I told y'all I'm sick. But over here are my beans. They came to a boil, and now I'm just going to let them rest for about an hour, and then they're going to go in the slow cooker with some other ingredients. On this side, I have begun the process of kind of sauteing some of the vegetables that are going to be in the soup as well. Like I said, I want this to be hearty, but I also want it to be really nutritious. Especially, you know, if you're not feeling well, that's really critically important. So with these carrots, I'm just kind of stir frying them in a little bit of olive oil real quickly just to kind of soften them, and I'm going to add some other ingredients to this as well. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to add are roughly chopped onions and celery. The pan, and I'm just going to kind of mix them up a little bit. This is really, to me, a very important step when you're making your own, broth, because when you saute stuff, you get like this, I don't even know what you call it, but it's like really yummy bits that form on the bottom of the pan by way of having sauteed it, and that adds even more richness to the broth you're creating. And so I added the carrots first because the carrots are thicker. So if you're using like root vegetables or something like that, you always want to put those in to cook first, and then you want to add things like you know, your onion and things that kind of cook faster. Alright, so I have one more ingredient I'm going to add, but I need for these to soften up a little bit. Okay, so while you're cooking these, you don't want to cook it until it's done. You just want to cook it until like your onions start to break down and get clear a little bit, and then also you'll see your celery starts to do the same. So you just want to move it around your pan a little bit, you know, until it gets to about that stage. Now I'm going to begin to add my seasonings, and so the first seasoning I'm going to add is going to be my black peppercorns and those spices. And you can add a little extra than you would normally add if you were just going to put this on a plate, because you're going to add water to this later, and water is going to dilute it. So you want to have enough spice not only to bring out the flavor in this, but also to kind of flavor and season the water you're going to be adding to it. Okay, this is getting pretty close to done. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add some water.